Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kudash, Wakah. Alright, double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, salutations to all Akim out there pushing this truth and all truth and sincerity. This is the brother Shamar Moth from GMS Miami, okay? And this video is going to be a response video to the Apostle Gabar's video, HODC You greatly not knowing the scriptures or prophecy. All right, and the reason behind it, I played a clip, but these dudes basically was saying that we're not gonna get the spiritual powers in America, or we're not gonna taste any inkling in a roundabout way. We're not gonna taste any inkling of spiritual powers here in America, which I'm gonna end up playing the clip where he says it, so you better get hear it for word. All right. And I'll do that first. Should be about right here, if I'm not mistaken.
Power, right? Let's play it.
Give me a second. The volume might be a little too low, so bear with me as I put the volume up real quick. Alright.
HODC says that we have to be in the land of Israel to receive spiritual power, right? Maybe let's play a little bit of this video.
You understand me? Because all the miracles going to work in Jerusalem. What you think in America, blacks is cancer in the black community more than any other race there. Diabetes, high blood pressure, fibroids, syphilis, the Zika virus, Ebola. What you think all that? Oh, it just can't. Our people who want dying with all these diseases. Right. In these foreign countries. So we have to come back home to be healed.
I want to make a point too.
Go ahead.
So just like you're saying.
Well, first of all, the word heals us. So just on that statement he made, that's the reprobate statement, because we are healed by the word. Right? The word is a healing in itself. Okay?
When the disciples got this spiritual power to utter in tongues and Hebrew and so forth. When they got this spiritual power, it was in Jerusalem. I know brothers think in America they're going to get spiritual power. Most likely ain't giving nobody spiritual power in America, in any of the lands we're dispersed. You're not getting it, okay? Understand, you have to come together here in Jerusalem and Mount Zion on one accord.
All right, so you heard.
All right, so I just wanted to say this. The fact that this dude right here said that we're not going to get no spiritual powers here in America, but we're going to get it in Jerusalem when we're all there in one accord. When is that going to happen? The whole nation of Israel is going to be in Jerusalem in one accord when we get to the kingdom, man. Okay? No matter how much of you fucking Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans take flights to Israel, all right? The whole body of Israel is not going to be present in Jerusalem, man. Not until America get destroyed, not until Yahushua cracks those heavens and beams up his elect and we come out of those chariots, man. Okay? So for you to say that we're not going to get spiritual powers until all of Jerusalem, all of Israel is in Jerusalem in one accord, you basically saying we're not going to get the spiritual powers until we get to the kingdom, man. Which is off, man. All right? Because at the time of the disciples was getting their spiritual powers, like let's say, for example, right, Matthew's 10, right, Yahweh 10:5. Check this out. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles, okay, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand." The kingdom of heaven is at hand. It wasn't there at that time, man. All right. Yes, the disciples and Yahushua was in Jerusalem at that moment, but the whole nation of Israel was not fully in Israel under one accord. We were already dispersed. We were already scattered, man. Okay. So Yahushua told his disciples to go out and preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The kingdom of heaven, when it comes, when Yahushua returns, man, that's when the whole body of the nation of Israel is going to be in the land of Jerusalem under one accord, man. Okay? And check this out. So like I was saying, the whole nation of Israel wasn't in Jerusalem under one accord at this time. And look at what Yahushua told the disciples to do, man. All right, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, all right, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely ye give. That's spiritual powers right there, man, because Yahushua was doing all this. He was healing the sick, he was cleansing the lepers, and he raised Lazarus, man. He was raising the dead, and he was casting out demons. Perfect example, the legion, man. All right, so Yahushua has spiritual powers, and he basically told his disciples, hey, look, go out, all right, and you're going to be able to do it in my name, do it in the name of Yahushua, man. You're going to be able to heal the sick, cast out, cleanse lepers, raise dead, cast out devils. That's spiritual powers, man, in itself, man. And the whole body of Israel wasn't in the kingdom wasn't in the land of Jerusalem at that time, man. Okay. Another precept, Luke 10. Okay, Luke 10, and you know, I get straight to the point. All right, boom. I get straight to the point. Luke 10 and 9, and it reads, and into whatever city ye enter. Well, 9, Salaki. Matter of fact, I started 8. And into whatsoever city ye enter, and they receive you, eat such things as are set before you, and heal the sick that are therein, and say unto them, the kingdom of the Most High is come nigh unto you. Okay, heal the sick, and preach the kingdom is at hand, man. Okay. So in a sense, if you look at it, ain't nothing new in the sun. That's the same thing we're doing now. We're healing the sick and preaching that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. Okay. Another precept, Mark 3 and 15. Matter of fact, Mark 3 and 14. And he ordained 12 that they should be with him, and that he might send them forth to preach and to give Salaki, and to have power to heal sicknesses and to cast out devils, man. All right, so again, man, Yahushua ordained his 12, man, to go out and to preach the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. To preach the kingdom is at hand, and to cast out devils and heal the sick. That's spiritual powers in itself, man. Okay, and like I said, man, this dude right here, I'm gonna replay because this dude right here said what? I don't want to go too far.
Disciples got this spiritual power to utter in tongues and Hebrew and so forth. When they got this spiritual power, it was in Jerusalem. I know brothers think in America they're going to get spiritual power. Most likely ain't giving nobody spiritual power in America, in any of the lands we're dispersed. You're not getting it, okay? Understand, you have to come together here in Jerusalem and Mount Zion on one accord.
He said on one accord, man. On one accord, and that's not going to happen until we get to the kingdom, man. Okay, that's not going to happen until we get to the kingdom, man. Yes, the disciples did have spiritual powers in the land of Jerusalem, but the whole nation of Israel was not on one accord, man. We had our people dispersed, and the Israelites that were there at that moment, they weren't even on one accord, man, because they killed Yahushua, man. They crucified the Lord, man. They persecuted the disciples, man, that turned to apostles, man. So how was that on one accord, man? That was not of one accord, man. One accord, you know what? Let's get that, man. Let's see what one accord means, man. One accord. Let's Google what one accord means. Okay? With a one accord definition. All right? With one accord, all together, man. Okay, and it comes the word accord, to grant or to give, especially as appropriation due or earned, to bring into agreement, reconcile, man. Okay, to be consistent or in harmony, agree. All right, at that time when the disciples was on the scene, man, when Yahushua was on the scene, the Israelites that was in Israel was not agreeing with each other, man. Some didn't believe that Yahushua was the Messiah. Some did. Okay, we were not all in one accord, man. Okay, we're gonna be one accord in the kingdom. So you saying that when we get in the kingdom, that's when we're gonna get spiritual powers, and that's false, man. Okay, that's false, man. Because as of right now, we're in our captivity or whatnot. And guess what? The Heavenly Father gave us power to convince gainsayers, man. To heal the sick. When we go out and we convince a gainsayer, we're healing a sick mind, man. We're pulling the demons off of that sick individual, man. All right? This is Titus 1:9, and it reads, holding fast the faithful word as he had been taught. And that's what we do, man. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, man. Holding fast to the faithful word that was taught to us, man. That he may be able to stand, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. By sound doctrine, man. All right? Let's look up that word sound and doctrine, man. Sound is G5198, and it reads,
Strong's G 5198,
Hugiaino, all right? And it means to be sound, to be well, to be in good health, all right? You look at the lexicon, it means to be sound, to be well, to be in good health, all right? So basically to be is good for you. There you go. Sound, be wholesome, to be in healthy, safe, and sound. So the wholesome doctrine, man. Okay, and let's look up what doctrine means, man. All right, Salaki pop-ups. This is G1319.
Strong's G 1319, Didaskalia.
The Daskalia, man. All right, meaning teaching, instructions, teaching that which is taught, doctrine, teachings, precepts, man. The word precepts goes back to laws, man. So in the wholesome laws, in the wholesome teachings, in the wholesome doctrine that was taught to you, man. Okay, so in holding fast to the faithful word, which is the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in these scriptures, man, that was taught of us by the apostles and elders on down, man. Okay, we're gonna be able, by the sound doctrine, by the wholesome precept, by the wholesome teachings, to both exhort and to convince gainsayers, man. To convince the gainsayers, man. To pull off those wicked demons that's off of them and bring them into this marvelous light. That is spiritual power in itself, man. All right, for you to say that we're not going to have spiritual powers on this side, you're a liar, man, because we are tasting the little bit of spiritual power that a little bit of it, man, and the Heavenly Father is going to pour out way more upon us, man. Lord, what will be that number, man? All right, verse 10, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, and those dudes are unruly and vain talkers, man. Because what they're spewing is madness, man. And they're deceiving, especially day of the circumcision, man. All right? Whose mouths must be stopped. And these dudes' mouths must be stopped, man. All right? Because these dudes think that they're preaching the right thing, and it's not, man. Okay? Who subvert whole houses, and they do so in preaching that bullshit. They are subverting whole houses, man. Teaching things which they ought not to, and that's something that they ought not to teach, man. Because guess what? Like the title say, they err greatly, not knowing the scriptures or prophecy, man. So they don't know the scriptures or prophecy, so they shouldn't even be opening their mouth spewing some madness like that, because it's lies, man. Okay, for filthy lucre's sake. And I perceive through the spirit that these dudes might be sold out, man. I don't know if they are, but for somebody to come out of their mouths and say some madness like that, one would think, ew, this dude might be sold out, man. All right, this is the next precept. Okay, 2 Corinthians 10:14. I mean, Salaki 10:4, and it reads, For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of the strongholds. And that's spiritual powers, man. And if you keep reading on, it says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach, man. And how can we do that, man? By what? Mighty through the power, mighty through the Most High, man. That's how we do it, man. Through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua pouring his spirit upon us and giving us an inkling of that spiritual power, we are able to pull down cast down these wicked imagination that our people are walking around and imagining themselves to be, man. Because our people think they're Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And the only way we're able to tell them that they're not is by the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and then we converting them, man, and bringing them into obedience into Hamashiach, man. That's spiritual powers, man. All right, and that's all with the healing alone, man. And now I want to bring in another example, man. All right, and this example, it goes to show, because at the end of the day, America is supposed to be what? Spiritually Egypt, man. All right, and if you go back to the actual account of Egypt, okay, with Moses, man, okay, before Moses guided the nation of Israel out of the land of Egypt, the Most High poured some spiritual powers upon him, man, okay, and boom, Exodus 4:1. And Moses answered and said, but behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice. For they will say, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua hath not appeared unto thee. And the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said unto him, what is that in thine hand? And he said, a rod. And he said, cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses fled from before it. And the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said unto Moses, put forth thine hand and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, power of their fathers, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob hath appeared unto thee. And the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it turned again as his other's flesh. And and it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take of the water of the river and pour it upon the dry land, and the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the land. All right. And Moses said unto the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue. So the Lord basically told Moses, hey, look, go on to them and tell them I sent you. And if they don't believe, look, take your rod, throw it on the floor. Boom, it turned into a serpent. Pick it up. Boom, it turned back into a rod. Take your hand, put it into your bosom. Boom, it turned into a leprous. Take your hand, put it back. Boom, it turned back. Now, if they don't believe none of that, what you're going to do is take the water from the river, pour it on the dry ground, and all the river going to turn into blood. What is that? Spiritual powers. Moses didn't have that when he got into in Jerusalem, man. Moses had that in Egypt, man. So for you to say that we not going to have spiritual powers over here, you are a fool, you are a buffoon, and you are a liar. And the Lord is going to judge you lest you repent, man. Okay? The Lord willing, this video was edifying, man. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, and salutations to all Aki, my dead pushers, truth and all truth and sincerity, man. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kodash Wakar. All right, Shalom.